Some of the most challenging stains are coffee, lipstick, and wax. So here with solutions to these stains and more is Denise Wild. Please help us, Denise. Please. So it's one of those things where you're not quite sure. Do you have to get to it right away? Can you let it sit a little bit? Let's start with the first stain, which is coffee. Most people, if you're drinking in your car on your way to work, or if you're at work and you have a spill at your desk, what do you do?
Exactly. It's really tricky because with stains, the best thing is to tackle it right away. If you can, just get it treated, let it soak, you know, so that it can really dissolve and get off of there. But I know that's not always possible.
Well, if you're at work, just take off your blouse. Calm down. Just take off your blouse. Go to the washroom. Okay, so what should you actually even use on coffee? Okay,
so coffee, this is a great, easy one that's DIY. You take water and mix it with baking soda so that you come up with a little paste. So baking soda is a great all-purpose because it absorbs oils, but it also has that little abrasive texture that really helps you to get in there. So I'm just mixing it with the back of the toothbrush, and then I'll use the front of the toothbrush to put it onto that.
We actually should have done oil. Does that work well for oil stains?
You know what's really great for oil is dishwashing liquid. Yes, because it has that grease fighter. So I'm going to put lots on here because I was a little overzealous when I'm creating my coffee stain. You know?
I was going to say, if that's your stain, just go home. It's over today. You need a do-over today.
But you'll see that it's really getting in there.
Oh my gosh, it's working. Not that I'm surprised, but it's, guys, it's a big stain.
This is working.
Yeah, it's working.
So you're getting in there with the baking soda and the water in just a little paste and brushing it around, brushing it off. So it's just getting in there, absorbing all that excess stuff. If it won't come off, I haven't really been focusing on that outside ring, but I'll do that. If it won't come off, you can also use some hydrogen peroxide, but this is really gentle, really safe.
Yeah.
And then let me brush this
now,
off.
when you're done getting that out, because you're literally taking it all out, do you still want to throw that on the delicate in the washing machine? Do you want to put anything else on it before you do that?
After you've done this, you're perfectly fine to go, and you can put it straight into the washing machine just on the regular cycle. Look at how great this is.
That's amazing. And you do it that day? Try and do it that day?
As soon as possible. I know sometimes it's not always, you know, it's hard to get to, but if you can, you know, I don't know, if you drink a lot of coffee, maybe pack some extra clothes. If you tend to spill a lot on yourself, dress in layers. The fall is good for layers.
Yeah, that's right. Let's talk about lipstick. Lipstick is a tough one to get out.
It is, but if you use rubbing alcohol on dark lipstick, it will come out. So I'm going to pour this onto the cloth, and then
rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, rubbing alcohol is really great for the darker ones. And again, see, you can see it coming off right there.
Oh yeah.
And it really just gets in there and breaks everything down. So if you can, this is hard, I'm being a little bit vigorous because we're under time constraints.
If you're watching this at home with your husband and he's paying special attention, just keep your eyes on him, guys. Like, why are you watching this part of the segment so hard? Getting the lipstick out. Are you so interested?
So you'll see this is coming off really well, and then of course once it's off, you'll put it in the regular cycle. If there's still a little bit of oil residue on it, you can take some dishwashing liquid, just put it down there, just kind of like pat it on, and then wash it. For a lighter color lipstick, vinegar. So take your vinegar, again with a cloth. I'll just do this while I'm reaching.
That's funny that it makes a difference. Okay, so use the rubbing alcohol for the dark lipstick.
Exactly.
The vinegar for the light lipstick.
for the lighter one.
And you're doing that on silk too. It looks like a silky fabric, which is
it's a little bit. This fabric's a little bit tricky, but it does work. And then whatever is left over, just a little bit of the dishwashing liquid,
because it's the oil that's the issue. Let's talk about wax. This is a really tough one. It gets on your tablecloth.
Your tablecloth. We're entertaining, you know, trying to set the mood, whether it's, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays, anything, you know, even if you just like to have some nice ambiance. Wax, if it's on your furniture, if it's on a tablecloth, what you do, this is an amazing trick. Paper towel. On top of the wax. And then just give it lots of heat. So
throw an iron down.
What happens is the iron is melting. Did I turn this on? I know I plugged it in.
Pretend it's really hot. Oh, it's steaming and you're touching it.
I knew this was going to happen.
It's not on.
I did have it all warmed up in the back, but what happens is this gets nice and hot. It actually melts the wax, and then the wax adheres onto the paper towel because it's absorbing. So you'll see your wax come up here, and then you can just alternate, you know, kind of rip off a sheet, use the next one, and then keep going. You might be left with a little bit of oil, and again, just put a dab or a spray of the dishwashing liquid. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about this. This is a tough one.
Yes.
Blood.
So
bleeding noses or any other bodily fluids that might be coming out when you're sleeping, guys. You know what that does to your sheets.
I have a 4-year-old. She's got lots of bodily fluids that always appear on the sheets. And she actually did have a bleeding nose a few nights ago, and I was like, perfect, I'm going to use this on Cityline. So I didn't wash her sheets, the poor thing. Don't call child services.
No, my daughter does this all the time. She has nosebleeds like I used to have nosebleeds, and especially if you live in a climate that gets colder, it gets dry.
Yes.
And they happen frequently. What do you do about the sheets?
So majority hydrogen peroxide. You're going to use about 1 cup hydrogen peroxide, about 1 tablespoon of dishwashing liquid, and then about 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. So put it in a spray bottle, mix it up, give it a good shake because the baking soda, when it solidifies, it'll get clogged in your spray bottle. And then you spray it right on. I don't know if you can see that.
It's already going away.
But yeah, it really attacks everything. I have a more concentrated version too that I was going to use on camera, but I mean, this is showing it right there.
That's amazing.
So it really will lift everything up. It'll help everything dissolve.
Yes.
And
with blood, you got to do it right away. Don't you?
You do have to do it right away. This was a few days ago, but I think it's still going to work.
Amazing. Okay, while you're working on that incredible stain, look at that, guys. It's already,
I know, it's really coming
going
off.
away.